Obviously, Worlds is our end game goal, but right now we can't even think about that. We have to think about next week. We have to think about this week. We have an extra week off. What are we going to practice? We can't fall behind the other teams. We have to actually get ahead.
Hey guys, Parks Owsley here with the Shotcaller, joined by DLim, the coach for Clutch Gaming. You guys are doing pretty well this year. You have, some really good wins and some kind of unfortunate losses, but we've also seen a mix of, not only beating the lesser teams and losing to the upper teams. You just beat Liquid yesterday. So what is the team looking like this year compared to last split when you first got started?
So actually, if you look at our schedule, the first 3 weeks we reversed every single playoff team and CLG. So excluding us, that's the top 6 teams of last split. And then we ended 3-3. I think at the start of the season, we said if we were 4-2, we were in a really good spot. We should be playing for top 2. 3-3, we should still be strong for a playoff push. And then 2-4, we probably messed up. But 3-3, we're in an okay spot. I think there's a lot of things that we can work on in our gameplay, and I think the overall level of play right now in North America is not that high with all the gold funneling and all these different strategies that you have to master. So we just need to find ourselves in that in that mix and kind of elevate our play.
And do you feel like the fact that you have taken down, Liquid, for instance, is that a really good sign, or is it the fact that you have also lost to a couple of the, weaker teams, I guess, from last split? Is that kind of more troubling than it is good that you beat Liquid?
I don't really look at it that way. Even last year's narrative was, it was just a narrative in my opinion, but the way we're playing the games and the actual games itself is what I look at. The 100 Thieves loss was honestly, I think we can look at all like the close base races if you should have hit Nexus, but we should have, if we were to win that game, our win conditions would have been a lot earlier that people wouldn't have noticed. When you gold funnel, you want to get a lead early in the side lanes or you want to punish their gold funnel, and we didn't do that. So I was really disappointed in the 100 Thieves loss. The Echo Fox loss, I'm still a little salty about. Echo Fox just won a crazy game where they came back, and I still think we were in a decent spot. And the CLG loss, we lost because we didn't know our win conditions that well. And those things, if we want to be a top team, if we want to compete for top 4, for top 2 for a championship, then we need to actually fix and be a lot cleaner about.
So not necessarily just the strength of the other team, but how you actually got the win is very important. I guess that does, it makes a lot of sense. That's why you're the coach and I'm not. So how do you feel like the team has grown then over last split? Obviously, you have some guys who've played together a lot before, but you also have some newer faces. And how do you feel like they have kind of evolved to fit with each other? And how much more do you think you guys have to go to work on that?
So I can clearly tell from last split there's more of a trust in our team than there was this split than there was last split. I think guys are sacrificing a lot more, using their turns a lot more liberally, and we just need to control and be very efficient with our turns and how we're going to resource allocate. And I think with that, we would be in a much better spot, because I think we have clear things that we're good at now and clear things we need to work on, whereas last split we kind of played very reactively and other teams couldn't punish us. So
you have kind of a better understanding of what you need to be doing then, working on specifically?
I would think so. I think it's always going to vary. 1 week we're going to think we're really good at something, and then we mess it up on stage, and then we're like, no, we have to work on this again. So it will vary, but I do have a good overarching plan or good overarching idea on what we need to work on.
Awesome. Good to hear. I'm excited to see that kind of unfold as the season goes on. So let's see. You guys have some championship points to kind of rely on, but obviously the goal is to get to Worlds for all of these teams out here. So what do you think is something that you need to work on, since you haven't gotten the ability to get the international play yet? And obviously some of these guys have, but as a team, since you didn't get to go to MSI and you won't be at Rift Rivals next week, do you think that there's a specific thing that needs to be prepared or thought of in advance before going to a big international tournament where everything is flipped upside down, you're playing teams you've never seen and a new meta and stuff? What is kind of the thought process there, and do you even worry about that at this point?
Right now, I mean, obviously Worlds is our end game goal, but right now we can't even think about that. We have to think about next week. We have to think about this week. We have an extra week off. What are we going to practice? We can't fall behind the other teams. We have to actually get ahead. So for Worlds and for international events, there's some thoughts. There's some things about like whether we have boot camp experience, which I do and a lot of our players do, and whatnot. But we need to just think about every single week and making it to playoffs, and then we need to think about the first round, the second round, and the finals.
So the small steps.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, best of luck with that. And I hope to see you guys there. It'd be fun. Mm-hmm. And do you have anything else before we go?
I would just like to thank our fans. Every single week, I think I see one more Clutch Gaming gear or Clutch Gaming merch from someone, and it honestly brings a smile to our faces. So I would like to thank our fans for supporting us and staying with us, even though we've had a rocky split.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for the support. Check these guys out more as the season continues, and we look forward to seeing you. Hey guys, Parks Owsley here with the Shotcaller. Thank you so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please check out more up above, to the right, and to the left. Please subscribe to our channel as well. Leave a like and comment below. Let us know what you liked about the video. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again.